So over the past few weeks, we have continued to see weakness in the Singapore banks, right? Namely DBS, OCBC, and even UOB, right? Due to talks about a pause in rate hikes and even a potential rate cut in the future, which can kind of like affect the interest margin of banks, which is how they make money, right? By charging interest, right? So in today's video, we'll be looking through the three Singapore banks, DBS, UOB, and OCBC. How are they doing right now in terms of their charts, in terms of the prices? Are we seeing weakness? If yes, then where can we potentially head to before some good bargain hunting can come back again? And where can you potentially position yourselves, right, to catch the reversal and get in on dips on weakness, right, which can be an opportunity. All right, so this is what we covered, right? Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, and I would appreciate if you can give me a like as well, hit the subscribe button as well, so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, and that will really help out the channel, right? So let's talk about the first bank. We'll dive into the charts. I'll do a quick analysis on DBS, and then we go on to UOB, and then we talk about OCBC. Let's go. Okay, so this is DBS right here, trading at about $31.12. So you can see that over the past like 1 month, we have seen a little bit of weakness. We have broken down a key support level, and that would be that $32 right here. You can see we were holding quite well since like September last year for more than 5 to 6 months, right? Above that $32. You can see we rebounded a couple of times, rebounded, but just somewhere around early of May, right, we just couldn't hold above that 32. We broke down and there was some short-term weakness, right? Sellers started to come back. You can see we started to trade lower all the way to near 30, rebounded a little bit, and you can see when we rebounded, right, just last week we rebounded, and then we hit it back to this 32, all right, and sellers came back and push it back down. So this 32 would have turned from what we call like a support level previously over the past 8 months to now being what we call a resistance level. So I've turned the line from like green in color to red in color because you can see that we have retested this support turn resistance and we just couldn't get above that $32. So in the short term, I would say that we might still see a little bit of weakness below 32, all right, all the way up to maybe $30. So downside could be from 32, maybe all the way to like 30, and this level will be critical. I think that would be the $29 level. So let me just draw for you some downside targets that can potentially happen, which actually can be a good thing, all right, if you are looking to get in on dips. All right, so you can see that the next support would be somewhere around that $30 to $29. So I've talked about this support many times in some of my videos as well. You can see that this $29, look at this, right? That was where we were somewhere in July last year. You can see we rebounded. All right, we neared it, rebounded. So a couple of times, since like 2021 for like more than 2 years, we have rebounded from this $29 to $30, right? I'm not saying that it will go there for you to buy, but no, if we do head to that, $29 to $30, potentially that's where some good bargain hunting can come back again based on what we have seen over the past 2 years. Does it make sense? All right, so this where we are right now, about that $31.12. So as it hits to this zone, right, anything near 29 to 30, let me just draw it for you right over here. So we are a little bit far away, but let's assume that we hit a little bit lower, all right, and we hit to this like 29 to 30, 29.50 right over here. I think these are all very good zones for a potential rebound that can happen. If we see some stability there, some even good bullish reversal candles right there, these are all good signs of the trend potentially turning up, and then we might see a rebound all the way up to that $32 first. So I say $32 would be the key immediate resistance level right now. We want to definitely break above this level to see more upside, right, all the way up to maybe around that 34, all right, 34, and then towards that 36 level. That would be kind of like the next upside targets if we were to break back above 32. All right, so this is DBS right here. All right, one of the stocks that you can watch. Right, if you're seeing weakness right now, great. It can actually be an opportunity to get in on dips if it were to hit to some of those levels that I talk about. Okay, so here is UOB, all right, trading at about $28.19, right? This is where we are right now, and you can see that over the past like 1 month or so, we have found some good support coming back around that $27.50, right over here, right? 27.50. This was where we neared somewhere in March. You can see we rebounded, and it was also somewhat a little bit of a resistance here. We managed to break up over here somewhere last year. So 27.50 was like about 28, but I think now we have adjusted it down a little bit to about $27.80. and 50 cents, which would be the near-term support, right, that we have been holding since like early of May, all right, to somewhere around this immediate resistance levels. Let me just draw it for you right away here. I think some resistance would be about that $28.50. Right, you can see that we have been like trending up and down. Okay, it's down, swing up, swing down, swing up. And you know, that is the range right now from 27.50 to 28.50. And you can see that in terms of the short term, it is looking quite okay. We are in a short term consolidation. Why do I say that? Well, you can take a look at this 20 days moving average line. So this 20 days moving average line is like kind of like the short term 20 days moving average. It was like, you know, pointing up and it was like flattening, but when we broke certain support like the 29.50, you can see this green line started to point down with prices below it, and that's the reason why we sold off and down, down, down. And right now you can see this green line, the 20 days moving average. Is it pointing down? No, you can see that it is kind of like, you know, flattening out. That just shows that in the short term, we have found a little bit of a sideways movement. Some support have already came out, and that support would be what we call that $27.50. So we might just consolidate in this range. I think you want to watch this level. You might swing up and down, up and down. I mean, might just up and down in this range. And I think in order to see more upside or the reversal happening back up again all the way to like 30 to 32, well, we definitely want to break what we call the immediate resistance level, and that would be that $28.50, right? So just take note of this level. 28.50 would be the immediate resistance. You want to get above. If that happens, great. I think if that happens, then the green line, like what we see over here, the 20 days moving average green line, will start to point up as well. And of course, with prices above it, it's pointing up. That could all lead to more strength in terms of a potential rebound all the way up to maybe, let's see, right, may start to push up from here all the way up to maybe about that $30.20. That would become like the next resistance, right? Maybe even $29.50 first, right? $29.50 to that $30.20. So let's move on to the third stock, which would be OCBC. So if you have found some value in this video so far, I would appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up. That would really help out the channel. And of course, smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on videos like this. All right, so let's dive into OCBC right now, trading at about $12.34, right? $12.34. So you can see that over the past, like, you know, 1 month, something like UOB as well, we did find a little bit of support right over here. So expecting it to kind of like hit to like near that $12. Look at this, $12 was a very good support level whereby we have rebounded in March, you know, due to the US banks crisis. Many of the banks sold off. Local banks got affected as well. We sold off, but then we staged a pretty good rebound, and that was the $12 support level that it rebounded from. Right, look at this, right? So it's a bit of a support here, it was a resistance. We broke up and it consolidated, and we broke up. So now we are kind of like near this $12, right? Over the past 1 month, yeah, we have found some support as well, coming back from like 12 to 12.20 in that range. You can see, so if it does hit to like that 12, you know, 12.10, 12.15, you know, somewhere near this range, let me just draw it for you again. Right over here, well, these are all good levels whereby some bargain hunting can come back again, and that's where you can potentially ride the rebound, right, all the way up to a very key level that you want to take note of, right? Let me just draw these upside targets for you right here, and the upside targets would be kept right over here, and this would be the $12 receipt, sorry, the $12.50, right? $12.50 resistance level right over here. You can see this was where we were trading below over the past 1 month. It seems like, you know, sellers are still coming out, all right, to push prices back down. Now it's 12.34, which is below 12.50, all right? So yeah, we are still below this $12.50 rate. So we might just swing up and down, something like UOB, right? We found some support. It is kind of like moving sideways in the short term, but if we do get above that 12.50, right, $12.50, great. Potentially the reversal can start to happen, right? In the short term, we may start to see a little bit more upside all the way up to like 13 to maybe that $13.20. That could be the next upside. So just watch this resistance level, $12.50. I think that is pretty critical for now if you're going to see the reversal continue. Alright guys, so this is just a quick video. I hope you have found this video useful, whereby I talk about the 3 Singapore banks, which I get asked quite often on. I think most people have the banks in their watch list or looking to buy or having in their portfolio. So I hope you have a better idea of where we are right now in terms of the current prices, in terms of the resistance, the support, what is the range, what are some of the key levels you want to take note of. I hope that is now clear it, alright? And if you're not yet a client of mine in Philips Securities, and this is where we actually share some of those ideas, not just the banks but other stocks, much faster as well by WhatsApp. So if you want to find a bit more on how you can get some of those ideas by WhatsApp faster on a daily basis, click on the link around this video. I'll put the link below, and that's where you can find out more. Alright, and I look forward to work together with you and my team. Alright, and that's where you get some ideas much faster as a client in Philips Securities under me. Alright, so Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.